Good Wednesday evening. Welcome into the High School Fan Zone. I am Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score. We do this 3 nights a week, talking high school sports with all 8 public schools in Lubbock. Tonight is a Lubbock High Friendship Lubbock Cooper night. Hold on, I've got to open something up that we're going to talk about here real quick. We're going to start where our guests tonight from Lubbock High are cross-country folks, because these 2 young people here marked one of them's just a freshman, too. She marked something off the bucket list awfully quick, so that bucket list is going to have to get bigger, Amelia, as you go. And cross-country and girls track head coach.
Yes, sir.
Michael Sparks is down there at the end. Before we jump in and talk about that, though, and this is not just Lubbock High related. This is LISD related. This is Lubbock related. Longtime Lubbock High trainer, right? We call it Anthony Peppers is in the middle of some health issues, some battle with some health issues. And the good folks at Mighty Wash here in town have been gracious enough to sponsor an event called Wash for Pep Day, which is Saturday, October 25th. I want to make sure I get all the information here, and I'm going to try to pop this up on hubcitypreps.com, see if you can get the QR code there. How you can help: $1 donated for every car washed, $5 donated for every membership sold. The goal is to wash 4,000 cars on Saturday, and if that happens, Mighty Wash will donate another $1,000 towards Pep's medical expenses. There's extra ways you might want to give. You can grab a $25 Mighty Protect wash for just $12 online, and 50% of that, for every sale of that, goes directly to Coach Pep and his family. Like I said, I will try to get that QR code popped up here. I'm not sure that I can figure out a way to do that yet. You have to excuse me, I'm an old man. So I do have a high school senior, a Lubbock High senior, so I'm trying to stay somewhat connected to y'all's generation a little bit. But that's way too complex for me. So the QR code is like black magic to me. A little bit about Pep. I'm going to let Michael talk about him because I know he's helped some of his athletes. I found out today he's been at Lubbock High for 39 years. That's incredible that a man has to. First of all, I'm married to a teacher, and Michael's a teacher. I'm going to go out and going on my soapbox here for a minute. Teachers, including somebody like Pep, including somebody like Michael, deserve every ounce of respect that anybody can give because of what they do to give back to students, to athletes. Pep has been there 39 years, helping young people get healthy, stay healthy, work through bumps and bruises. With runners, I imagine there's a lot of stuff he does pre-race to help them get better. Michael, real quick, what has Pep meant to you since you've been at Lubbock High?
He's always been so supportive. I thought one of the coolest things was during track season, it was my second year. We went to Snyder. We won the Canyon Reef Relays. And I had the plaque just sitting on my desk, and I think he'd gone in there to drop some like water bottles or something off. And he texts me just randomly throughout the day, "What kind of drink do you like from Sonic?" And I was like, cherry limeade, whatever. And he had one just sitting on my desk. He said, "I'm proud of you." And I thought that was just so cool. And that's just something that he does that no one ever asked him to do. Just going above and beyond and building those relationships with all the coaches. That's a testament to his personality, just what kind of person he is.
Now, Coach Juan Rodriguez told me that Pep is a very unassuming guy. He doesn't like the attention that this is brought up, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of the same way, but this is a chance for folks to help a man who's given an awful lot back to this community. You two I'm assuming you know who Coach Pep is.
Yes, sir.
Arturo, real quick, since you've been there, you're a little bit older, you're a junior. What have your interactions been with him?
He's just been really helpful throughout the years. I've had a one bump, I think, last year, where I kind of had something going on with my leg, and he's just always helpful. He's always out there kind of helping out and doing the most that he can, and he's for sure, last year I remember he was there every single cross-country meet at May Simmons, and I just know that means a lot.
That's the other thing it's like a contest with him and Juan Rodriguez who shows up at more stuff, because those two guys are everywhere. Amelia, you're still fairly new to this.
Yes.
You're a well-oiled cross-country machine already.
Yes.
But what's your relationship been like with Coach Pep already?
Mostly over the summer. He was really supportive and welcoming, and he's just a really funny guy and overall great personality. And I can tell he's just really helpful and overall great for the Lubbock High community.
I'm going to go back to something you said at the very beginning there. During the summer, when he really doesn't need to be, he could be out being a normal person in the summer with his own family doing stuff. And there he is with athletes. So, again, if you need a car wash, everybody needs a car wash. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll get some wind here in the next few days. It's Lubbock, Texas, so... Head over to any Mighty Wash location. I want to make sure I say that right. If Burl, if you happen to be listening, let me know if it's a specific location or if it's any location. It's Wash for Pep Day, Saturday, October 25th, all day long. I believe their hours are like 7 to 7 at the different locations. That's $1 for every car washed, $5 for every donated for every membership sold. And Mighty Wash will match that if they get 4,000 cars washed. You can also grab a $25 Mighty Protector wash, which I believe is a gift card. I think Burl's giving me some of those to give to guests here. And you can buy it for $12 online, and 50% of every sale of those goes directly to this benefit. So go give something back. Help Pep through this situation. It's a big challenge he's facing. Michael's been touched by it. I know I've been touched by it. It's a scary situation for him, but I have a feeling he's going to be really optimistic about it. So, switching gears, Region 1-5A cross-country meet was here in Lubbock just the other day. I want to make sure I've got it called up here right. We're coming up on a break, but I'll get this out, and then we'll come back and talk to the two athletes some more. Young Miss Amelia Anderson finished second at that event in 1826. I forgot to check with you. Where does that stack up in what she's done this season?
Ooh, that's up there. That's one of her better times, especially at May Simmons.
And I know I've bugged you several times this year. How many events did you win this year?
I think like 4 or 5.
So pretty cool breakthrough freshman season. She's headed to state in Round Rock.
Yes, sir.
I'll get the dates when we come back because we're coming on the break. Arturo finished 5th?
6th.
6th. You and Ellis Jackson were right there together from Coronado. He's going back to state for the second year in a row. He's an old grizzled veteran at this. I'll get your time when we come back. We'll be back after this break in the high school fan zone, the Westerner fan zone on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the latest news from Lubbock High Athletics. This is the Westerner Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. I'm Randy Rosetta. This is the high school fan zone on 100.7 The Score. We'll go through the football stuff here when we come back from the next segment. We do have, I should mention, though, since this is Lubbock Cooper night, their game has been changed. Pirates play at 6 p.m. Thursday at Wichita Falls Memorial. That'll be right here on 100.7 The Score. The game got moved because of weather out in the Metroplex, out in Wichita Falls area, expected on Friday. That game and Trinity Christian's football game got moved from 7 p.m. to 5 p.m. They play at Grapevine Faith. That's the only two games I know of affecting city teams right now that have been affected. We'll go through the whole football schedule here in a minute. We're talking cross country. These two young people from Lubbock High between me and Coach Sparks are headed to state. These two, Hannah Hughes from Monterey and Ellis Jackson from Coronado, that's the contingent, right?
I believe so.
And that's pretty impressive. It's not quite like the LISD swimming where you guys all kind of group together and do stuff. There's a little bit of competitive juices, but it's kind of cool that you know that Ellis is going to be there and you know that Hannah's going to be there, so you won't be running all by yourself. Let's start with you, Arturo. Were you the only Lubbock runner last year? Lubbock High runner or Lubbock boys runner?
I think I was.
Did Grayson make it?
Grayson did not make it. I think I was the only Lubbock boy to make it last year. Pretty sure Grayson just missed it, but yeah, I was the only Lubbock High.
So now you have a partner in crime when you get there. You guys can both explain how great Lubbock is when you get there.
Yes, sir, definitely.
And Amelia, you told me that you and Hannah have run together quite a bit. How cool is it that you guys get to, both of you as freshmen, get to take this first step together?
Yes, it's very cool, and it's a great just a great experience for both of us, and we were definitely competitive last year, and she's improved so much, and it's great to be able to do it with her.
We'll check her time, see how close she was to you. She wasn't. You got her pretty good at this last one, but I would imagine that'll motivate her. We've talked to Reese a lot the last few years about how much that helps to have people push each other in your sport, which you don't think about it being this competitive thing. But I liked her answer about pushing each other, because that's what you need anytime you're a finely tuned athlete. When did you know who Hannah was before those two got to the same?
I did. I worked with her a little bit at summer track over the last couple of years, so I knew that she was bringing something to their team. I definitely knew that. Which reminds me,
when I get you on here in the spring, I want you to talk about that when we're getting towards the end of the year. I think that's kind of a hidden gem in Lubbock, what definitely. You guys do in the summer. It doesn't get talked about enough. As you head to, we were just talking about the course at May Simmons. So repeat what you said there about the reputation of May Simmons statewide.
Oh, I don't think anyone is ever excited really to run at May Simmons, just because it's such a tough course. We actually had a young man who ran for us as a freshman, and he's now running for Arlington Martin. And he said he was talking to his teammates, and they were saying how thankful they are that they only have to run that course one time a year. And he was telling them stories about running repeats on the hills, and their eyes were about that big. So, I mean, it is an extremely tough course. We are blessed to have that right here in our backyard, just down the road from the Lubbock High. So I think it plays to our advantage. I don't know if anyone really gets an advantage at May Simmons, but being just really familiar with it. And then you go to Round Rock, and it's a flat, fast course, and I'm really looking forward to some good times from these kids. Excited for all the Lubbock ISD runners. We just want to make sure the ones who have Lubbock across their jerseys finish before they do.
You two, brag about your home course a little bit, because you've run. Arturo, you said you've run all over the state. What do you like about May Simmons, and kind of what Coach said? How much does it get you prepared for that next big level?
Definitely. I think the main thing that I like about May Simmons, it's my home course, and as he was saying, when other kids come, it's horrible for them, but I'm kind of used to it, because I've been running it since middle school, and I've been that's all I know really. So when I get to other courses as well, I'm like, this is kind of easier. But yeah, that's really the advantage and the good thing about May Simmons.
What about you, Amelia? You've run a lot of places. What do you like about May Simmons and competing out there as much as you guys do?
Yeah, I really like that it challenges you, and it really just brings out the competitive nature of everyone, who can withstand how tough it is. And it is really good to have it nearby, as your home course, to practice on it. And it just makes every other course just honestly feel like nothing compared to it. And yeah, it's just been great. I feel comfortable on it now with just all the practice that I've had on it.
Well, and they're going to practice a few more times, I would guess, between here now and when they go to Round Rock. That's going to bring us to the end of that segment. We'll be right back after this break in the Westerner Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the latest news from Lubbock High Athletics. This is the Westerner Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. We're in the last segment of the Westerner Fan Zone. We're talking cross country, and I don't want to completely ignore the fact that both Lubbock High teams qualified for the regional meet. I'm going to read the other names of your girls and boys that were there. This is girls. Zaylee Diaz, Daylin Pena, familiar name, Rose Gonzalez, Miley Walters, Isabella Morena. Miss anybody?
Do we miss? I don't think so.
Okay. And then for the boys, Maddox Farias, Miles Sweet, Grant Hughes, Zayden Obregon, and Samuel Puente. And also Monterey's boys qualified as a team. Jimmy Gonzalez, Antonio Rodriguez, Logan Clayton, Zayden Zamora, Julius Garcia, and Derek Sanchez, and a few kids from Lubbock Cooper, one girl and one boy each. For the boys, Luis Guerrero. For the girls, Cadence Maldonado. So besides the four that qualified, there was a strong Lubbock contingent. And Michael, we talked, maybe it was Amy Withrow we talked about, whether it's the last wave of girls or whether it's your guy that is at UT now. Cross country is starting to kind of climb up the ladder a little bit in Lubbock, Texas.
It really is. having kids like Isaac and Reese and just Z and Sydney, all the kids from around here, seeing the success that they've had, I think has really drawn a lot of attention to the sport, and you're seeing it, scattered around. It's been so much fun to watch and just watch the sport grow.
And Arturo, remember, I still think you came on with Reese once because she talked about wanting to be an influence on you. Mm-hmm. How much was Reese an influence on you when you got there as a freshman? She was a junior?
Yes, sir.
How much did she kind of push you and motivate you to keep getting better and better?
She helped me a lot. I mean, I don't know where I'd be without her help. I was coming in freshman year. I mean, not quite as fast as I wanted to. But she's definitely guided me, giving me a lot of advice, kind of when I needed a right headspace, she's guiding me in the right headspace. She's still to this day, she's always there and kind of checking in on me. So she's been a really good influence and a lot of help.
And Amelia, do you have a relationship with Reese?
I've met her before, but she's mostly just a really good role model, I think.
Exactly.
And just inspiration overall.
Yep, she left some big. Do you wear cleats in cross country?
Spikes.
Okay, so she left some big spikes to fill.
Yes.
Which, when you get to Lubbock High and you know that somebody's elevated that bar, how much does that push you to be as good as her or better by the time you're done?
It's definitely motivating. It's good to have a legacy to fulfill, sort of. And I think that it's just been great for the sport of cross country in general to have her have been as competitive as she was and just leaving a mark on the community, because it really brought a lot of attention to the sport. And I think for me, it's just really pushed me to try to be better. And a lot of people say do you think you're going to be as good as Reese? And I think that there's a chance, for me to fill her shoes, because I've been putting up competitive time so far and I'm really liking the sport. So I'm just happy to have that opportunity.
Coach, like I said, Coach mentioned your name pretty quick when we chatted, and it's not passing the torch. It's a tradition at Lubbock High now. These two, Michael, how, because Arturo's still got one more year left. They still got, are you both going to be track in the spring?
Yes.
So you get to coach them a lot more this year, a lot more next year. How good can these two in particular be?
Oh, my goodness. Really, however good they want to be. And that's the fact right there, is whenever they put their minds and their hearts to it, goodness gracious, they're just going to get better and better and better. And I'm really excited to see how good both of them become, because right now they're not even reaching that potential yet. I mean, their ceiling is way up there. And so it's really exciting for the programs. It's exciting for us as coaches. We get to come on the show and we get these visits right here with you, because they're these kids right here. It's not me. I'm not running.
I'm not running.
I'll still be running if I ran at May 7. So
I'm going to show a little bit of bias here. I love Lubbock High because it reminds me of my high school back in Topeka. It's same colors, same Gothic look. One thing you guys have at Lubbock High is some other sports scuffle here and there, but man, your community, the school will wrap their arms around you and embrace you and be there. And they may not go to Round Rock, but they're going to be pushing you guys and promoting you guys. So I think it's cool that you're doing that at Lubbock High. And how many years at Lubbock High for you?
This is year 7.
And you've helped create that. And I'll pat you on the back from a distance here. You helped create that a little bit, because it doesn't just happen overnight. So these two had to state the date is...
will be October 3rd is when we'll run. Oh, I'm sorry. October 31st.
October 30th, Halloween at State. We'll be back after this break in the Tiger Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.